Mrs. Maztek asked a really interesting question. And when I saw the question, I laughed my ass off because it really is a very loaded question that could open up some serious conversation. But she did ask if you could be quarantined in any video game, which one would you choose and why? I'm going to start with you on this one, Keji.
Ooh, if I could be quarantined in any video game, so like that means like I'm in the video game or
Yeah,
am I playing it?
you're
Okay,
stuck
I'm
in the
in the
game.
video game.
You are in the game.
Think of Jumanji when you're
Yeah,
thinking
yeah,
about
Jumanji. I'd be stuck in Jumanji. No. Ooh, that's a tough. I mean,
it is. It's a very tough question.
I would say Minecraft, but I want to be a little different. I want to say, I don't know. Maybe. I mean, this is a tough one. Let's see. I'm just gonna go with Destiny. Just because it's like I don't know. I get to fight like aliens and creatures and stuff, and if I die, I can just respawn. I don't know, but I mean that'd be kind of cool, like flying out in space, going to different planets and stuff.
Dangerous though.
Is respawning
dangerous, but
is respawning a factor in this? Because I don't know if this was.
Yeah, so
I don't think we really got clarification on that.
Well, okay, so I mean, this is why I said Destiny because in Destiny you have a thing called a ghost, and it's basically like this little Destiny lore people will be like, oh, it's a light thing that like it's your light source or whatever. It's like but I just say it's a door opener because that's basically what he does. But in the lore, in the story, your ghost is basically like your respawner. So so you're a guardian and you're basically like fighting evil and darkness and things. And if you die, you don't completely die. Your ghost can revive you. As long as there is light in space or whatever, you can be revived. And but if you're like completely consumed by the darkness, or if your ghost dies, of course, you don't get that option and you die like forever. So
well, there you go. So you're
that's why
actually
I say Destiny.
You're sidestepping the whole respawning thing because it's actually built into the game. So that's a really good answer, actually.
Yeah,
that's really good.
So that's why I didn't want to go Minecraft, because I'm like, okay, well, if you die in Minecraft, you
die for real
thing. It's like there's no story thing to bring you back, but in Destiny there is like a reason why people respawn.
What about you, Bloom?
Well, it's kind of a toss-up between Skyrim and Fallout. Skyrim would be awesome because I love the fantasy genre, and that falls right into it with the whole magic and dragons and stuff like that. And if you're in Skyrim, you're the Dovahkiin, so you don't really die. So if you die, you don't die. It's just you're put into this coma for a couple moments, and then you wake up and like, okay, that hurt. Let's go try that again. Fallout, because at least that way, if I was in Fallout, I mean, I would be able to be my sniper and shoot the ghouls that are trying to come at me, or the what have yous, and I wouldn't have to rebuild anything because all the houses are still there. You just have to fortify it. So I mean, it would be an easy, fun thing to play. But I'd probably, if I had to choose one, I'd probably go for Skyrim just for the dragons and the magic, and I don't have to worry about dying.
That would have been one of my choices as well, because first of all, if you don't want to die and whatnot, you can actually go through Skyrim without any altercations if you stay on the path and you don't screw with people. And you have the ability to run from dragons and whatnot. So you can actually stay alive for a very, very long time. I have to disagree with you about that whole coma thing. I've seen my guy fall off a mountain before. He looks pretty damn dead.
But he bounces so wet.
That's just very true. And again, a horse that can go like up a 90-degree angle. It's fantastic. Rune, what's your game?
I would I'm going to do a huge cop out here, and I'm going to say a sailing simulator. I would like to be. I like to be stranded in a sailing simulator, the hold full of Nuka-Cola and sandwiches or tin meat or whatever, and tin fish. That'll do me. And on my boat, just me, nobody else around for miles, and that would do me down to the ground on the open sea.
Very,
And there's a
good.
couple of really good ones as well on Steam. There's like eSail and Sail Away, and yeah, that'll do me. Stick me on a boat, put me in a direction, and away I go. Lovely.
Before I answer mine, I can think of 2 games that you absolutely would not want to be in. And one of them would be Minecraft, because what happens when you die in Minecraft?
You
You
lose
go
everything.
boom.
You go boom,
And
and
poof.
what happens
yeah,
to
you
all your
boom.
items?
You lose it all.
Where are you carrying it?
Exactly.
So, and imagine walking around with that. You got 5 stacks of 64 cobblestone. You think that's light?
I don't see a backpack or a HOD on any Minecraft carrier.
Exactly.
Character.
Exactly. So what I see with that, and you've seen people die in the game and whatnot, that means that all that shit just blows out of your chest when you die. That's got to be painful. Not only are you carrying it around, but it just goes everywhere. So, where do you
I've exploded an inventory cluster.
exactly? And I'll tell you right now, if I'm picking this stuff up and I don't have an inventory backpack or I don't have a chest with me, you know where we're probably sticking this stuff. So I would avoid Minecraft. Anybody that was thinking of Minecraft, even though you get a bed and you can sleep and everything like that, there's just a lot of bad things. Mrs. Maztek mentioned Raft. Raft would be a really terrible game as well. To be
Yeah.
Oh, what
stuck
about
in.
7 Days to Die? That would be a horrible one too.
7 Days to Die, 101 Ways to Die. That's an old game on PlayStation 4.
What about Doom?
Doom.
Oh, no.
This is the type of game that even if even a 13-year-old is going to have a heart attack, and die, being stuck in Doom. But I was going to say Skyrim, but in light of repeating an answer, I would probably end up being stuck in a game like the Fallout series, because you have access to a lot of different types of junk that you can build your own home, and you have access to food, and you have access to distillers, and so you're not going to run out of food and water. But there's obviously the downside of that is that everybody is out to get you, and you've got ghouls, and you've got the Scorched, and you've got raiders, but that's one of those things. Maybe even that would be a good situation to join up with maybe the Minutemen from Fallout 4. At least you'd have, well, not in the game, you wouldn't have protection, but at least you'd feel like you had protection because they don't do anything. You become the general in that game, and they're like, okay, Mr. General, go do this. It's like, I thought I was the one who was supposed to be giving orders. Yeah, let's go ahead and we'll do what you say. So, I mean, there's all kinds of different ways that you can go about choosing a game, but you want to make sure that you have enough protection, you have enough food, you have a place to sleep, which you got human interaction, you've got robotic interaction.
Keep it up, Tiger, and we'll find out if you can handle how much woman I am.
Pretty much everything you need to survive is in that game. But Minecraft is a terrible idea.
Oh, terrible.
Terrible
Very
idea.
terrible.
Would be a good one.
I've watched you go poof, and that's just...
Oh, God, yes.
Could you imagine how messy that would be, like in a real-life situation, watching somebody go poof like that?
Yeah, I mean, the body would just disintegrate into just nothing but gore. And
yeah, exactly. It would be a red mist. It would be just ridiculous.
But another good one would be Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah.
I mean, you just live in a town or get a job as a ranch hand or something.
Yeah, there's nothing saying in this question that you can't keep your head down and live your life.
Exactly. Sleep on the roof. Don't sleep in a bunkhouse. Cook your own meals. That's how you do it. That'd be a perfect place to do it, but I prefer the sailing simulator.